guys? Welcome everybody to the show, the Flyzone Drone Show. Oh my God, you guys, we have a great night for everyone tonight. We'd like to welcome all you guys. Sergio, what's up, buddy? What are you doing? How was your day today, man?
I'm doing all right, man. How about you, man? We have a good crowd in the chat here, man.
Yes, we do. The good old family in the chats. And guys, we have something really good for you guys all tonight. As you know, we have our buddy Johnny, as always, our co-host that's going to be joining with us right now. Here he is. And then we have
Sergio?
Johnny.
Good old Maddie.
Maddie boy, my brother.
What's up, guys? What are you guys doing? Hey, Johnny, great video today on your friend's house today. That's building that house.
Oh, that was awesome.
It's a monster house.
It was a monster house.
Hey guys, thanks. It was just kind of holding it down. We got a little tropical depression a little south of us passing through here tonight. So it actually went to the east of us a little bit. So, hey, everything's good.
That's good. That's good.
Hey.
So, yeah, we have a good show, guys. You know, we got a lot to talk about. We have Lauren Donauer with us tonight, guys. Mr. Lauren Donauer. And then we have a surprise for everyone later on. All right. So, Johnny, do your thing, buddy. Let's see who's in the chats, buddy.
Yeah, we got a lot of. I'll tell you what. I think Sammy Burns was in first. We had Ken Hoffbauer's in here. Rose Burns is in. Matt Bagwell. Going down the list. Let's see. Of course, Maddie's in here. Let's see. JC is in the house. JC flying. Bill Thomas is in. Bill Renee. Akarishimo or Akarisho.
Akarishima. That's how you say it.
Leonard Oglesby is in the house. Speed Limit Challenger. Man, we got a great crowd in tonight.
Yes, we do.
Angela's in the house. Yeah. Angela got her ticket for Spin Up. I think Matty gets secured his tonight. Matt Bagwell, welcome in. Jerry Bauer. Bill Thomas, I said. Mike Kinney. Yeah, great crowd. Lauren Donna. Of course, Dee Dee's in the house. She's checking up on things. We can't say anything about Sergio buying new things tonight.
The boss.
Right.
So, great show. Great crowd early. Hey, let's get it going.
Yep. Looking good, guys. Looking good. So, there we have it. Everyone's with us tonight. We're going to have a good time. We'd like to welcome you all. We love you. As always, you guys always come and give us the love and support you always do. And, you know, we have a good show for you. So, let's see. Matt. So, let's talk about spin-up so everyone knows.
Yeah, buddy.
Spin-up will be in November. It will be on November 6th, right? Right? Is it 6th? The 6th,
yeah.
Right? November 6th. And it's in Austin, Texas, guys. So go check out, go to the Spin Up. Go to, you know, if you want to get a hold of Kelly Shores, if you guys don't know any information, there is the, if in Facebook, which link is that, Matt, on Facebook? Where do they go to go?
There's a Facebook group that he created now. It's just the it's the Spin Up group. I'm not exactly. I'll actually go through and I'll link the Facebook group into our chat.
That'd be perfect.
But also, if you need to get the information, you go to Ready Set Drone's YouTube channel, and in his community tab, shows the Eventbrite information that you need to get to the ticket buying.
Manny, you got the last ticket of that first batch, right?
I bought the last one of the first batch. Yep.
And that was a group. Was that a group of 50 or 40?
50.
50. Okay.
Group of 50, and then group 2, I believe, or at least what it said is a group of 75 tickets for group 2.
And that was supposed to be up till the 24th, I believe. So he might have to. I mean, I guess can you buy group 2? I wonder. I guess you can now.
Yeah, you can. As soon as group 1 cancels out, group 2 starts right up.
There you go.
Yep.
And it'll be more money. right? It'll be
It's
more
a little
money,
bit
right?
more, yeah. But if you're a member of Kelly's group, I think you get a little discount. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's $20. It's $20 more. It goes up in increments of 20. It goes from 99 to 120 to 140, I believe.
Maddie, and I think we have our rooms booked. I think Mike and Sergio have the rooms booked there. So yeah, everything
Yep.
set to go.
Yep.
Spring Hill Suites in Austin, Texas.
Yep.
Looking forward to meeting everybody.
So anyway, guys,
Chris,
let's
welcome
talk
in, Chris
about the Mavic Air. I mean, not the Air. The Mavic 3. The new
right.
leak, if it's real or fake.
So yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
So we're gonna talk about it, and
Sergio. Oh gosh, you guys gotta see what he's trying to do. It's okay.
Was he trying to reach the wine?
No,
He's getting a new bottle.
No. He's trying to have Mikey lift. He was trying to do something funny with the drone, but it's not working out. But it's all right. Never mind. Forget it. It's not gonna work out. Anyway,
behind the scenes stuff.
yeah. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the Mavic 2. I mean the Mavic 3. Everyone's wondering this new leak, if it's real, if it's the real deal, if it, some are saying that it's fake, it's 3D markup and all that stuff. Well, you know what? We're gonna find out. We'll talk about it tonight. We'll see. We'll point some things out and let everyone know. But there's one thing I want to point out that I did notice that it could be fake. So, but look, someone has joined us. We got the man. He's here. He's waiting. We right in the backstage here. We're gonna let him in. It's Mr. Lauren Donauer, guys. What's up, buddy?
Hello, Lauren.
Good evening, everybody.
Lauren.
How you doing?
Doing good, Lauren. How was your day today?
Oh, not too bad. Went out, did a little bit of flying with the Mini 2 today. Doing actually just some photography on some bridges and stuff like that that are kind of interesting and unique because they're kind of almost right downtown, but from the pictures you'd think you're out in the middle of nowhere. So those come out quite nice.
Right. Lauren, you can fly the Mini, right, with no problems right there.
Pretty much anywhere you want. Yeah. Sub 250s in Canada are just the best thing since sliced bread.
Right.
Yeah. You're more on the photography side, Lauren, right? Than you are more on videoing?
Absolutely. Yeah. I do videos, and I've got a YouTube channel, but as I keep telling everybody, don't subscribe because I throw things on there occasionally and it's more or less something I just want to share with friends. I don't necessarily go for production quality.
Right. I see what you're going.
I hate doing the video editing and stuff.
Right. So, well, most of us do, but we have to do it.
Well,
it gets on my nerves sometimes.
Like I've been doing photography since I was about 12 years old, and that's actually what got me into drones. So. Yeah,
you got some good stuff, Lauren. I love your work.
Yeah, you got some great pictures, that's for sure. Great views.
Yeah.
Now that we buttered him up, now that we buttered Lauren up, we can ask him anything.
No, you can't.
Hey, we're all waiting to ask him questions. Oh, yeah. But anyways, guys, so we have a surprise for you guys tonight. We just want to bring him in because we don't want to take too much of his time backstage. But he's here, the one and only Aldrin from Flytpath. Here we go.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Come on, Aldrin, you can do it.
I don't know.
Aldrin, I don't know.
I'm here.
You're here.
We hear you.
We hear you.
What happened there?
We hear you, but you don't see you.
Oh no.
Damn technology.
Just try
rebooting. Hate computers.
I know. It's the worst. What happened?
You pay your internet bill?
Is Aldrin real or is it fake?
It's a 3D rendering. Yeah, what? That's weird. I can see you guys fine, and I can see myself on camera.
Mikey, that's not something on your end, is it?
Yeah.
No, you're here. I can see you here, but I can't see you in the stream. You know what? Let me try to remove you again, Aldrin, and then I'll bring you back in real quick. Okay, so let's bring him back in real quick.
Ron said Aldrin's been tanning.
Boo.
All right. Let's see.
Still not there?
No, he's still not there, huh? You guys don't see him, huh?
Yeah, he may have to boot everything back up.
Aldrin's he's trying to do up Sean with air photography. He was just
Right?
Let me jump out and jump back in, guys.
Yeah, man.
All right, sounds good, brother.
Hey, it's amazing. Sean, the air photography uses nothing but them hands, bro, and he gets that many people on. It's awesome.
Right?
He's got an awesome voice, dude. I love his voice.
Yeah, it's that voice and those hands. Hand model right there. Made for YouTube.
Yeah.
So guys, let's talk about the Mavic 3. So Lauren, you know, we all know you're the man. You're the man to go to. So, when do you think? I know you can't say much, but when do you possibly give us a time frame? When do you think we'll see it, though?
I've been saying that for 8 months already, and I'm still
And
standing.
we don't know.
I suspect we're going to probably see that late September, mid August.
I see.
September, mid October.
Okay.
October. Okay.
September, October.
Looking forward.
Yeah, we are looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So,
but bring
It's
money.
going to surprise us. It's going to shock us. Like,
so you hear that, guys?
Yeah,
Lauren
bring
said it,
money.
bring money.
Yep.
You know what that
Yeah,
means?
it's going to be a pricey one. We already know it's going to be a pricey one. The question is, how far out of reach is it going to be for a hobbyist or somebody that's actually recreationally flying? I don't know.
I think in the U.S. you're probably going to be around 2,500.
That's been the word.
That's your standard, though. That's not the fly more, though, right?
No.
oh, wow.
Closer to $3,000 for a fly mode.
I think it's time for me to start saving money.
And then the accessories and extra cameras and stuff like that are going to be even more.
Wow, I'm gonna have to start being a gigolo, guys.
Yeah.
Well, not officially, but to me, it's a replacement for both the 2 Pro as well as the Inspire. So.
See, so they kind of did. Yeah,
Lauren,
I knew it.
Lauren, will you agree it's a drone? I think Bill Thomas. I mean, is it a drone a hobbyist really needs, or is it just would they would want it more than anything?
It's pretty much out of the hobbyist class, right?
Yeah.
It's a prosumer drone, right?
Right.
And like even the Mavic 2 Pro was considered a prosumer drone. It really wasn't intended for the occasional hobbyist. It was meant for either a serious hobbyist or prosumer, right? Yeah. And it's a good thing to have. Like for me, a lot of people are very they can get along well with the Air 2S because it's got the 1-inch sensor.
I was going to say the same thing. That's perfect enough for somebody on my level. Yep.
Yeah, I'm loving the Air 2S.
But with me, I need my aperture because I'm mainly a photographer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I like my aperture, and anybody that is doing professional work knows the reason why you want an aperture, right?
Right.
And it's not just for photography, but even for video. When you're trying to get your 180 rule in, and you throw an ND filter on there, and the ND filter it gets you close, but it doesn't quite get you close enough. You can cheat a little bit by playing around with your aperture, right? Mm-hmm. Because that's going to decide how much light you're getting, right? So that'll affect your FPS.
Yeah.
Right.
I think Maddie and I were talking this afternoon on the phone, and we said that the Mini 2 and the Air 2S is probably
it.
That's
pretty much all you need. Yeah, unless you're as long unless you're an addict like me. And buying drones has always been the fun part of the hobby, but now we're getting to the point where you're spending money on drones that aren't worth it. And you get to thinking about it. And do I really want to spend my money on this, knowing that it's not going to compete with what I already have? And I get so much crap from Lon Denard about this, about buying drones instead of using what I have. And he's got a point, you know?
Well, I had, until a few months ago, I had 12 drones, right? And I got rid of all my enterprise drones. So, because basically I wasn't really using them, and most of my enterprise drones were all just, I leased them out, you know, because it doesn't pay to have, you know, $100,000 tied up in drones if you're not going to use them. So I had them leased out to different companies and stuff like that, so that they at least paid for themselves. And then when I sell them, it's just gravy money, right?
Right.
So, but yeah, because I got rid of all my enterprise drones, and now I'm just down to 4 drones. So life's good.
Yeah, I agree, Lauren. After doing an update on the Mini 2 yesterday evening, I flew it, and I'll tell you what, you know, it's like, why did I buy this little Femi? And you know, it's kind of crazy when you think about it.
Yeah.
It is. Hey, I have a question in the chats from Matt Bagwell, and Lauren, you're probably the best man to answer that. He wants to know what the point is of a CPL filter.
Which? Circular
CPL. Yeah, circular polarized filter.
Basically, what I use it for is kind of 2 different things. Like a polarizing filter really will make your blues and your greens pop. Like I do a lot of landscape and stuff like that, but also what's really good, like it gets rid of glare. And like I've actually gotten some great shots of fish underwater, because if the water's right, then it'll just makes the water disappear, and you see the fish and it looks like they're floating on air. But the only thing is, you've got to know how to use them, because polarizer filters get affected by which direction the sun is, right? So it's not necessarily kind of a one size fits all. You put it on and you adjust it, and it works in 360 degrees. It doesn't, right? That's where your photography background comes in handy, you know. And basically, how do you adjust your polarizing filter is hold your drone in the direction you're going to fly, and then you adjust your polarizer so that your picture becomes the darkest, because that's where it's getting its best effect, and you'll get your blues and greens to really pop that way.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
He's the man, guys. He knows his stuff, man.
I know.
Well, yeah, I get the main purpose of a CPL filter, but for coming from him being a photographer like he is, I wanted him to answer that question.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's amazing, man. I'm happy with my Air 2S, guys. I'm very happy with it, you know. So
yeah,
and
it's all I need.
You want to know exactly? You don't need to go out and buy every drone just because it's a new drone.
Right.
You know, and I'll agree with Lon. Learn to fly what you've got. There's a lot of guys that will go out and do exactly the same thing every time without actually exploring what your drone can do. You should be able to know your drone inside and out, forward and backward, if nothing else, for safety's sake. Because if something happens, you should know right away the different things that you can do. You know, like
right. You're totally right about that, Lauren. But you know what, Lauren? I'm still saving my money for it. I'm still gonna get it.
That's entirely up to you. That's your wallet, man. You know.
And you got to deal with DD. We're not dealing with DD.
Okay, from my wife though first.
Yeah. Good luck with that one.
We won't tell her. Hey, Lauren. Yesterday or the day before, the Mini 2 is now compatible with the smart controller. So that a lot of people have been waiting on that, right?
Sorry, I was just give me a second. I'm just writing an answer here.
Okay.
Dee said it's a no.
What was the question?
I said the Mini 2 was available. I mean, can be compatible with the smart controller as of a couple of days ago. So that everybody was kind of waiting for that, right?
Yep. Yeah. I'm still not sure what happened with the with firmware upgrade for the 2S. That was supposed to be out 2 weeks ago. So I'm not sure what's happening there.
Right.
Well, apparently everybody's pretty stoked about it. But then comes to the question that I had when we talked in the pre-show for the Air 2S and my Mini 2. Do I want to buy that smart controller, or do I want to wait until we get better tech? Because from what I hear, the smart controller actually doesn't run really well with the Air 2S. But that's just opinions from other people.
The smart controller, and as I kind of showed you guys, got one right handy here. And for what it's worth, it's nice, but is it the end all be all? Absolutely not. And part of it, and my biggest beef is I find that I don't have the signal strength that I do using just the stock controller. And like signal strength isn't necessarily a big thing for going long distance, but if you've got trees or anything blocking you, you want as strong a signal as possible, right? So,
yep.
Lauren, what do you use a tablet, or do you use your phone, or do you use that smart controller? I mean, what do you normally fly with?
To be honest, I use all three, right? Realistically, it all depends what I'm doing. Like, I keep my Mini 2 in the car, and if I'm flying the Mini 2, then I'm using my cell phone. Right. I'm using an iPhone 12 Pro Max, right? So it's got a nice big screen, stuff like that. If I'm going out and I'm going to be doing a long distance kind of a shot for photography wise, then I'm using my tablet, right? If I'm going to be out flying multiple drones at, say, one of our group events, because we do group flies at least once a month. If I'm doing that, then I'm bringing multiple drones, so I'll take the smart controller.
Yeah.
But
good point.
So realistically, I use all three.
All three, yeah.
And not only that, but I got a Crystal Sky too if I need it. So, hey, anybody want to buy a Crystal Sky?
I'm one of those types that now that I fly with a 10-inch tablet, I can't see myself flying with something smaller. And that has always put me off, is that 5-inch screen on that smart controller. That is the only thing that has put me off on that. Is the screen is too small. I feel it's too small, and I'm young, and I think it's too small.
Hold my spot.
Matty, you use a 10-inch tablet, so not
yeah.
Mini.
No, I don't. No, iPad. Come on, Johnny, iPad. I'm all Android in this household, buddy. All the apples over here out in the trees, Bubba.
No, that's oranges. You're what the oranges are, not apples.
Yeah. Oranges and apples.
Matty boy.
Matty
boy. Good old Matty boy.
We'll convert them over. Sam Burns will get them. You're talking against Sam. He's an Apple guy now.
Look, look what we got in the house. We got Brian from TDR Drones and E-Bikes.
Hey, Brian, what's up, buddy?
Hey,
what's that? The Crystal Sky?
Yeah, I've got the 7.85.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
oh wow.
Oh, it's the bracket for the yeah. See, now that would be something to buy, is that Crystal Sky.
Right.
Realistically, the Crystal Sky is just like the smart controller. It's great for the brightness, but other than that, it's such old technology that they use in there, right? Like, I can't even run a lot of decent programs on here because they've got it locked down so that you're using a really old version of Android, right? And so you can't run programs that you need to. So is it good? Yeah, it's bright, definitely. But is it great? No, absolutely not.
So Lauren, are we
Wait a minute. Hang on. No, it's wonderful. Who wants to buy it?
It's a little late. Lauren, are we going to see a new smart controller soon?
I honestly haven't heard anything, but I think just gut feeling. I think possibly mid next year.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't heard any rumors or nothing on it, but yeah, I suspect we'll probably see something mid next year. If not, Lon's going to get pissed.
Oh yeah. Oh, he loves his
Oh,
smart controller.
yeah.
But
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Oh, the Crystal Sky is not compatible with the Fly app. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Not well.
Oh.
You can side load it, but it doesn't work really well.
Huh. Well, that's good to know.
Wow.
Because
Yeah, it is good to know.
yeah, because like it wants a newer version. Like I think the operating system on it is still 6.0. Android 6.0, I think, is on that. Do you know offhand, Aldrin?
What's up, Alden? He's here, guys.
We can see him now, but
Yeah,
he can't hear.
he arrived.
There he is. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There's the guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Awesome.
My cam link, I think, is messed up.
Well, your setup you got right now looks good.
Oh man, this is just laptop camera, but hey, whatever works. I'd rather be here than not here,
Really?
so I appreciate it.
That's a laptop camera,
Yeah, I'm on my MacBook.
dude. That's not bad, man. That looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
I got lighting,
Oh,
studio lighting.
Yeah, see, it's all about lighting, man. All right, so
Aldrin, you
go ahead,
fly
guys.
the,
Sorry, we interrupted.
Go ahead, Mikey. You gonna bring that picture up?
No, I said sorry. I interrupted. Go ahead. What you guys were talking
No,
about?
go ahead, man. You're good. I think
No,
we
I
should
wasn't
slap
gonna say
that picture up there so anybody can see it.
You want to? All right, all right, cool. Let's slap that picture up there.
Yeah, bring it up.
So, so let's talk about this, guys. We're gonna bring it up right now.
And then put it to rest.
All right, and then put it to rest so everyone knows. Right. So now we're gonna talk about this one right here.
Fake.
Somebody had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone did have fun with it, but yeah. You know, I want to point out something though, guys. If you guys look at that arm where it says Mavic 3, you can tell on that arm it's a different color, and it looks like it was photoshopped in there, and it looks like a different color
It
compared
looks
to
like
that
a black
one.
Femi. It looks like a black Femi.
In a way,
see
yeah,
that too,
almost.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. In my personal opinion, I don't see the new Mavic 3 coming out looking that damn plain Jane, bro. I really don't.
It looks
I
really
think there's more
squared
to
off,
it than
right?
what we know.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
too squared off.
Yeah, somebody had fun and came up with some sort of rendering, and I think they failed big time.
Actually, you know what's funny is that isn't there a second rendering of this one?
Yeah, I think there's another one like this one.
Yeah, with the props inverted.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
look, so that's how you know it was a little test render there.
Well, not that, but with that.
And look at the motors. Look at the motors.
Yeah, look at the motors.
You're
With the
cooking,
motors
guys.
Under
They're not
like
even in
that. With the motors under like that, what's the chances of getting props in the shot?
That's
Well,
true.
no, but if you look
Yeah,
at
right.
the other photo, the props are on the other side. The motors
Yeah.
on the other side.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I see
weird.
that too, yeah. But yeah, you see that?
This is the kind
it
of
just
stuff
looks
that
like,
floats around our internet.
Yeah, man. I mean, it looks like a nice little 3D render that someone's testing out.
Yeah, and then this is the
I
other
didn't see
one
that one.
from the bottom, and you can see that camera looks almost the same but different. That's fun. That's some funny shit, guys. Look at that. And then I'm gonna show you guys this one. Look at the back of this one. This is the back.
It looks like an MJX battery.
It's just too squared off to be a DJI drone. I don't see it.
But you guys can see. Hold on. You guys can see the on top of the battery. You can see it's like a drawing, like how you say it, like a blueprint looking kind of like a drawing. You see on top?
Yeah.
That's not like a finished product.
What are you talking about? I don't
Do you
see
see
nothing.
on top of the battery? You see what the sensor is in the back? Right here?
Something like
Looks like
No,
it's
I
been
don't
added
see it.
on or something.
above,
Well,
on
you can-
top of this battery. Do you see the little line? It's just a lining. There's no color in the middle.
Yeah, it looks like a
So,
drawing.
yeah, it does. I see. Okay.
Actually, what does
But-
the writing say right below the battery level there?
It's in Chinese
Who the hell
writing.
knows?
And it
No
looks like
idea.
they put the
Oh, it's
sensors
whatever.
on top.
Whatever's
You
on the
see the
battery is on the bottom right of the screen. It just looks like
Yeah, I see
looks
that.
like, just
Probably
looks
said
like their
we got you.
watermark.
You probably said we got
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
It's exactly
Yeah.
what they did. And believe it or not, this photo is floating everywhere. And
That-
Yeah.
I don't
I can tell you right now, that ain't it.
No.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not an expert with the Mavic series, and I'm telling you right now, there's going to be more to be expected than what that picture shows.
Yeah, no
That
way,
is
dude.
just, it looks like a dumbed down Mavic Pro with weird looking camera on the front.
Yeah, I'll tell
Not
you,
even
if it's gonna be a 3, it'll be a nice beefy drone too. This one looks like it's
Oh, yeah.
Well, not only that, but if you look at the camera level, go back to that picture. If you look at the camera level, and the bottom of the drone, as soon as that thing went through startup and the gimbal went through calibration,
Oh yeah, I see that.
it's back and on the ground, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
No-
see that,
Oh, yeah.
Lauren.
No side
Yeah.
sensors, or not from what you can see. Nothing. Yeah, it's a joke.
Oh my God! Look, that's good, Lauren. That you pointed that out. Look at that. Now I just see it. Oh, that's so gay. Anyway.
Lauren Morgan said, just show us the drone and quit playing around.
Yeah. Just show us the drone, Lauren. Pull it out. We know we have it. We all know you have it. We all know you have it behind your seat. It's sitting on the floor behind your seat. We know you have it.
Yeah. Whatever. What did you ask Aldrin? I think he's got it behind him.
Yay, an NDA show. An NDA show.
Look underneath
Oh,
your
man.
seat, Lauren. Pull it out. Come on. Anyways, there you
Well,
go, guys.
I have a question for both Lauren and Aldrin. What are you guys expecting on the new Mavic line, the Mavic 3? What do you want on it that is not available on the Mavic series now?
I'll let Lauren go ahead first.
Actually, lots. Because if it's what it's supposed to be, and I've heard there's going to be more than one version. But like I say, I would like to see a full tricked out hybrid between the Inspire and the 2 Pro. Interchangeable cameras or lenses.
Right.
That would be nice. And the one picture that you didn't show so far is the closest thing I've seen from the facts that I've heard. But having the interchangeable camera and lenses, if this is actually supposed to be a replacement for both the 2 Pro and the Inspire, that one could do it. And if and again, like I say, as a photographer, I don't really need the 360 view, but for the cinematographers, yeah, they would love that,
Yep.
a lot of guys say, oh, I wish it had 50 minutes of flight time. How many guys actually fly a full battery? And when you do fly a full battery, you need a break. Having 40 or 50 minutes of flight time, yeah, it's great. If I'm doing commercial stuff, then yeah, it's handy. But a lot of times, your drone is doing automated work, so it doesn't require your full 100% attention, right?
Right.
So, like if you're doing 3D mapping and stuff like that, a lot of that work is just done by the drone, and you're monitoring, so it's not mentally tiring. So,
Right.
Do we need a 50-minute, hour-long battery? Not in a consumer drone, no.
No, I agree.
Lauren, I have a question. Go ahead, go
OcuSync
ahead.
3, well, that's going to be a given.
Yep.
The better obstacle avoidance. It's the 2 Pro is actually pretty good, but you know, like if you go to the Evo 2, they're a little bit too much. It guards you too much. Aldrin, I think you did a video on the obstacle avoidance on the Evo 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty aggressive.
Yeah, it's really aggressive, and like myself, I do a lot of flying in tight locations, and there's no way I could do it. You know, like a lot of times, even with the DJI stuff, I have to turn off obstacle avoidance because it won't let me get in there. Because a lot of times, you know, I'm talking an inch or two on either side.
Yeah.
And if it's too aggressive and you can't turn it off, well, it's not good for me. So
Right.
Can you turn off the ones on the Autel? Can you turn the Autel ones off?
Yeah, you should. You can, right?
Yeah, you can turn them off. But you can. What I haven't seen you've been able to like adjust or dial anything back. So
no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like how DJI, you're able to disable it.
Yeah. Lauren, you think they're gonna do the same thing they did with the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 2 Zoom, something like that with the 3?
Yeah. How do you mean?
Well, you know how they have the Mavic 2 Pro, and then they have the same drone, but it's a Mavic 2 Zoom. You think they'll do something like that with the Mavic 3?
I actually think they're going to be going to interchangeable cameras.
Okay, so that's all they're going to do then. Okay.
Yeah. Aldrin, what would you expect on the 3?
Yeah, I'm kind of torn on it. You know, I know that they just definitely have a lot of expectations on it, but I DJI has never been the one to, you know, say for instance, feel the need to be a Skydio or something on those lines, right? It'd be nice to have like that Skydio style camera system, obstacle avoidance, but that was never their focus. And I think that's still such a smaller market. And why would they, you know, to me, it's like they're not focusing on that because they know it's such a smaller market, right? Their bread and butter is photography and videography. So, you know, they're going to do whatever they can, in my opinion, to keep bumping that up, whether it's going to be a Micro Four Thirds camera. I have a feeling, like, this is just my thoughts, is the same way they came out with a custom sized camera, like the one, not the 1 inch, what's the Air 2? The Air 2 was a different size. It wasn't a Micro Four Thirds, right? The half inch, right? So I have a weird feeling that they would come up with something that's an in-betweener between a 1 inch and a Micro Four Thirds, but then come out with something like 6K, you know, at 30, 6K at 60 or something along those lines. Maybe not true 6K, it might be like 5 point, you know, whatever it might be, but, you know, 4K 120. But I just feel like they are always, because if you ever fly the either the Phantom 4 or the Mavic 2 Pro, and you put, or especially even you go up to like the Inspire, that the image quality, you put those side by side, is a huge difference, right? People don't really get it. Like, it's actually, I print my stuff, so it is a big difference when you are really pixel peeping on those bigger platforms. And I think DJI, just being a camera company as well as, you know, is going to focus on that first. And I think that's still their bread and butter, is going to be the highest quality image. And they're not going to, I don't think they're going to try to do what, you know, some of the other people have done and throw out some, you know, outrageous numbers for marketing. You know, I think at this point you already know what you're going to get with it, and it's going to be probably solid. So I have a feeling it's going to be some. I mean, it'll be not incremental, but I mean, it'll be a big jump for what people need at this point. I think, you know, I would think 5 or 6K, you know, at 6, you know, 30 or 60, high quality, you know, 4K 120 with you know, bumped up sensor. I don't know if it's going to jump up to Micro Four Thirds, because, you know, if they can find a way to smash cut the components in half and keep it in there, cool. But you know, that camera, Micro Four Thirds cameras are pretty beefy. So you know, the M3 might just be I mean, they can always just bump up the body size. People aren't going to complain about that. They're not trying to go for size at this point, right? Even if they did a little bit bigger of a platform, M2, but smaller than like an Evo, I mean, you know, I think it might be all right.
Right.
Yeah, and then of course all the other
because they went
up everything else, right?
Their size difference from the Evo 1 to the Evo 2 was like exponential. It's amazing how much bigger they made that quad.
Yeah,
But you
people
never know.
people
I mean,
don't
they want
realize how big that Evo 2 really is. It's a pretty significant jump, even above the Mavic 2 Pro. But I think like if you were to smash a ton of new camera gear in like an Evo body, I think it'd be forgiving, right? Because you are going to bring that out there, and you're expecting to get some high quality video, but at least you're not bringing out the Inspire, which is going to attract 10 times more attention, right? So I think even if they bumped up the size to be Evo like, but I mean, but the camera quality is, you know, next level. I think it'd be acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
That's just for me.
Yep.
I agree too with that. Yeah.
Because you know what, I don't think, and plus, you know, at that high level, that high price value, I mean, people aren't going, how come the Inspire doesn't have amazing 360 optical avoidance? Well, because you're piloting that thing, right? You're flying that thing. You're not letting it auto run, you know, I mean, not letting it track you with no one behind the wheel. I mean, you're not throwing up $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 and expect it to, like, you know, follow you right at that point. I don't believe I don't think that's the goal of it, right? Mm-hmm. So I mean, if they did some amazing like spotlight stuff, which I love, but let you be in control, I mean, you know, that makes sense. But I just don't, you know, like the Skydio I think is a really good platform for what it does and for the price range, right? It's not a disposable drone at any point at $1,000, but what you get out of that thing for what it could do. I mean, and I still have yet to fly. I'm just speaking out of what I see. I mean, I still want one because if I'm in those situations where action sports or something like that, and I want it to lock onto me with that system, it seems like it's very, very, you know, reliable. So that's just not DJI. I just don't think that's DJI's thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that.
So I think it'll be great. I think it'll be good, but I think everything will be bumped up like expected to be. But I think they're always going to go camera quality first, right? I think they're like a year away or 2 years away from making their own, like, you know, mirrorless camera or making their own. I mean, they have the camera, you know, they have the gear, they have, you know, they have all the stuff. So I think they're going to be a camera company, right, at that point too.
Oh yeah, dude, they're just smart. They're smart.
Yeah.
DJI. Mr. Frank Wayne, don't mess around, man.
I mean, look at the Osmo Action. I mean, the first gen camera competing against 10th generation, 9th generation GoPro, and people are still putting it side by side. I mean, that's pretty damn good for a first generation action camera to come out. And people are saying, "Hey, what's my alternative to GoPro?" And they're literally saying Osmo Action for your first gen. That's pretty good out the gate. So I mean, you know, they're dialing their stuff in pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
they're the best. They're the best. It is going to be exciting. I'm really looking forward to this Mavic 3. Like, I'm just looking forward to it. I'm just really want to see what they really did to this drone, man.
Yeah, me too.
It's been bugging me. It's been bugging me. It's like I really want to see.
Well, 3 years now, right? So
yeah,
as Aldrin said, you know, they're a camera company first kind of thing, because like they bought Hasselblad. People are probably well aware of that. It's not really a Hasselblad camera that's on the 2 Pro, but they are using the color science from Hasselblad, you know, and I think they use the science from Hasselblad. I think that will get built in more and more as the drones come along. So.
Yeah, and then also, like, you know, like if it beefed up, you know, they'll probably try to say it, you know, might be a 40-minute flight time, and you know, things like that, you know, possibly, right? I think all the specs that I think we would assume would be bumped up will be bumped up, and then I think they're still just going to be camera first, which is fine with me. I mean, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you.
Right. I mean, no one's throwing up their Inspire doing follow me mode, right? So
exactly.
You know, they're doing it because it's a commercial. There's a pilot behind it. You have another spotter. You have another, you know, someone on a set. You're shooting, you know, something. So I mean, that's the reason why those things aren't like, no one's doing dronies with an Inspire 2, right? It's it's not what it's built for. So I think this thing, you know, the M3 is going to sit in that middle space where it's like, all right, we have some cool features that'll appeal to the, you know, to the regular shooter, but just to kind of get you in there, you know, and that's what these other smaller drones have been doing, and they've been getting you interested. And then ideally it's like, oh man, well, now that I'm kind of taking my level up every single time, maybe it's time to jump up to the bigger boys. And I think that's where this comes in, and you'll just see less dependency on some of the bells and whistles, and more on like, man, I want it because that camera quality, I can print my photos out, 3-4 feet wide, and it'll be crystal clear versus, doing with some other cameras. So if you ever look at Inspire, like Micro Four Thirds camera, like, the X5 quality versus like, the Phantom or Mavics, I mean, it's side by side, day and night difference.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
I'm still printing out my huge photos from my X5 shots that I did at this beach over here, because I still can't match those photos even with the Air 2S or the Mavic 2 Pro. I'm still printing out photos I did 5 years ago because the quality on the Micro Four Thirds was still so good back then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So you see some people in the chats, they're saying here, I'll be sticking with my Air 2S, and I'm going to keep my Air 2S. Some are not going to go for the Mavic 3. And I mean, that's understandable. It's more for the prosumer, and it's going to be expensive. Some people are not going to be able to afford it. But listen,
if you think about it,
you guys have a good drone, and DJI Air 2S is a wonderful drone. I love my Air 2S. If you guys love it and you guys know how to use the drone and you guys want to get that footage, the Air 2S does it, guys. So,
well, if you think about it, to me, that's the marketing sense that DJI has used. We built the Air 2S to replace the Mavic 2 Pro in the consumer end, right? And now the Mavic 3 can concentrate on the prosumer.
Exactly.
End of things and move it up a notch. We've got a consumer drone still in the 2S that's got the 1-inch sensor, but now we can bump up the Mavic 3, or I still think it's going to be called the M3 myself. Because they're kind of getting rid of the Mavic name. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're all getting rid of that. Yeah,
Air 2S is going to satisfy 95% of the people out there that are actually using it for whatever they need it to. I mean, most people aren't really printing, large photos with it. Most people aren't really, I would say. And if you're on the commercial side, I mean, it's still high quality for a majority of stuff that you'll need it for. So. It's the Mavic 2 Pro at half the cost. So,
yep,
yeah, that 10-bit color, the Air 2S. I mean, I couldn't be happier. I mean, I love it. So there, yeah.
But how much do you use your drone to its capability?
I do it to just to do videos for YouTube. And do some cinematic shots. That's it. And color grade, and that's it. I mean, I'm not looking to do anything, more. Yeah. I'm not trying to film a big time movie.
No. Well,
but, same here.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, Lauren, is a lot of people won't need that type drone.
Well, like I say, even with the 2S, like a lot of guys aren't using the 10-bit H.265, right? They bought the drone because it's new, right? They didn't buy it because what it's capable of, right?
Right.
And actually, even Lon says it time and time again is, learn to use your drone for what it's capable of.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do, you might find you don't necessarily need a new drone. So,
the Air 2, the regular Air 2 would do just fine too, guys. I'm telling you.
Well, I did not buy the Air 2S, right? I've got an Air 2, and I've got a Mavic 2 Pro. So, realistically, I don't need it, because if I need if I need anything better, then I've either got the 2 Pro or the Inspire 2. So.
Yeah. You don't always have to go out and buy the next best thing. If you have the drone that does the work and it does it perfectly, there's no need to go waste money. If you're capable of using it well, then keep what you have.
Like I said, Mike.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, I agree. I plan on my situation with the 107 and the photography down here with the fishing tournaments and possible real estate or whatever it is I can use the drone for. So that was my reason for upgrading the Air 2 to the Air 2S. And it so happened that I sold the Air 2 to a friend that wanted to get into the hobby and needed a good drone. So I kind of got a twofer on that one. But I plan on using that Air 2S to its fullest capability, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with that. I don't need anything else.
Yeah.
Actually, Aldrin missed that part of the conversation, at least I think. Aldrin, what's your thoughts on the smart controller?
I mean, it works. It connects, it works, it's fine. What's interesting is I think a lot of people have gotten more nitpicky later down the line, of course, because I think the tech is starting to change a little bit. I think it did run like almost flawlessly with the Mavic 2 Pro. And then I just think that, we're coming up in a time now where you have higher resolutions, higher, transfer rates, and higher expectation too. So when it did come out, I think we were all on board with it because it worked, and it was still revolutionary at that time. And I just think that as times moved on, and plus I think just the system on DJI just runs so much better on iOS, anyways, that it just seems like the Android systems just always are a step clunkier. So it just seems like it still works fine. Like I'm not getting disconnects. I think a couple of people I haven't had any disconnects with it, and but I did get that lag, and when I did try it, like I said in my video, I think the processing speed just wasn't keeping up with it while I was doing a screen record. So if you don't do the screen record, it seemed like it ran a lot smoother. Like it wasn't as stuttery. But when I did the screen record, you definitely will see a lot more hesitation. It's just because of the fact it's trying to process both things at once. So, but no, I mean, overall, like I said, if you have multiple platforms, it's definitely a nice thing to have if you want to just pack lighter and also have a built-in longer battery longer battery remote, and have that ability to switch through. But I mean, if I just had the Mini, no, I probably wouldn't buy it at this point because it's also 3 years old. So.
Well, if you just had the Mini, then you've got a controller that's worth more than your drone, too.
Yeah, and people. People just want to also have it though. But I think it's along those lines. I just really hope DJI will come out eventually with something that's has like a built-in screen, even if it'll be super small, kind of like how Autel's screen is on their small remote. And it's not necessarily that you're going to do everything from it, but at least you could. Right. So,
my biggest beef is, to me, the smart controller doesn't perform near as well since they put the Fly app on it.
Yeah, that too. The DJI 4 app, or what was it? Go 4 app. Yeah, that thing ran really well. So, like you said, I think once you introduce all the other stuff that's coming out with it, I think it was really built for the Go 4 app. And people didn't really say anything until they were running the Fly app on it.
Yeah, and not only that, but the Pilot app
works
great on that.
Right.
But now the Pilot app is kind of degraded too since they put the Fly app in there.
Yeah. I've just had I just use my phone majority of the time unless I have the time to use my tablet. Then I'll pull out like an older iPad. I tested out the triple tech for a little bit. I didn't even review it. I actually sent it back to him. And then that was it.
Well, you didn't do the review on the triple tech?
No.
You didn't. Aldrin, it didn't work good, or is it?
No, I mean, I had it since like January and February, and I'd take it out there with the Fly the Evo, and I think, one thing too is like if you fly with a tablet, like. You have a setup, right? Like there's a mission you're going on. You're not trying to be incognito. You're going on a mission, right? So, or where you're going where there's no one around. The things like that. So I mean, I'll still have my tablet with me, but man, getting up in the air and getting up and getting a shot and coming back down, taking out my iPhone, I think it's just a seamless process. The triple tech is good as far as brightness goes, but it was big. It's like carrying around a crystal sky all the time. Like it's just not like ideal, right? It's nice. Don't get me wrong, but like it's like thick. It was still, like I said, running the Android. The Android doesn't get the DJI Fly apps right away. So you're also playing that waiting game.
It's pretty heavy too, they say.
Yeah, and it's kind of heavy. So yeah, it was one of those things where it's, bringing an iPad already is still a setup, and then this thing kind of just took it to the next level because it's twice the weight, and I didn't see the brightness like that much better because of the fact that they also had a haze screen on it, like an anti-reflective screen on it.
That's what they said.
Mm-hmm. So then I'm like, well, I mean, cool, but now I can't see half of it. It's like it just cut it out in half. So I told the guys, I mean, when they actually requested it back, they're like, hey, if you're not going to review it, I'm like, send me a shipping label. I'll send it right back to you. Not a problem.
Wow.
I like the Crystal Sky best for like when you're flying Phantoms because you got that big controller anyway.
Yeah.
So, with the Phantoms and stuff like that, it's great. Or if you're the Inspires or even the Matrices, like it's great for using the pilot app.
Yeah.
Aldrin, have you ever thought about flying FPV or getting into anything like that, or have you? Or
I did with just the FPV DJI one. I've flown before, but nothing to the point of like I'm an FPV pilot. I would take it out. I'll go and crash, 20 times, and it was a great time. And definitely learn a lot. And just to understand the piloting skills behind it is where the most benefit you're going to come from, because you transfer those skills over to flying, standard drones. Yeah, it gets boring, but at least you can recover. You can do, you feel a lot more comfortable with the sticks. So on that sense, I like flying it. But I'm not. I can't. And I'm not going to make the excuse like I don't have time to build. You have time for everything if you really want to do it. I just don't. I don't have the passion to do that right now. Like I can't even keep my office clean for the way it is. I can't imagine nuts and bolts sticking around here for days. So it's definitely a thing, and it's definitely people's things. It's just not mine because like I said, I'm a photographer first, videographer second, and YouTuber third, I guess you would say. So that's just down the line for me. So.
Yeah, we've experienced some FPV. Me and my brother. We just got this. Sorry, my headphones just hit that mic. We started flying the Sector 5 V3. Mm-hmm. So great experience.
Yeah,
FPV is a great experience.
So far, so good.
It was good. It was good, and yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, and I love my camera birds. I'm always gonna love my camera birds, So it is fun, yeah. And you do learn, like you said, you learn behind those sticks. And
oh yeah, I mean, like I just had one of my friends sent me this custom build for me, like put my name on it and everything. I mean, it's pretty dope. But I got at some point I was like, hey, well, when are you coming down here to help me with this thing, right? So
wow.
I mean, like that when he gets there.
Yeah. So no, it's definitely something that I want to have in the bag, and just to sharpen piloting skills. Not necessarily, I'm not going to go crazy and dive bomb stuff, but I think it's more of just the piloting skills that you can translate over, because those skills translate over well into video and creating cinematic types of shots, even with your DJI drone. And doing stuff manually with your your standard drones too. So I think it's more like that. Just getting comfortable and staying comfortable on the sticks is what it really helps doing.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Definitely. Well, hey guys, it's that time. It's about 9:33. We always like to keep this at 1 hour, no longer. So good info tonight, guys. We appreciate everyone coming in. Aldrin, we appreciate it. We're thankful for you coming on the show. And Lauren, we're also thankful that you came on tonight and give us some input on that Mavic 3 and those photos, guys. We really appreciate it. But yeah, so we'll take it around the room, starting with Maddie and John. John, we always appreciate you coming in, and Maddie, we love you, buddy. So take it around the room, guys. Say your goodbyes, and we'll end the show. How about that?
Good job, guys. Lauren,
thank
you guys.
Thank everybody. It's great.
Lauren's
always good to see you.
No problem. Whenever again, if I can be on a show, I try and find the time.
Yeah, and Aldrin will be on, I think, Wednesday night with Catherine Ray and myself. So,
That's right.
Yeah, like I said, thanks,
Go
guys. I
check-
appreciate it, man. I'm glad I'm able to start connecting with more people through these things. So awesome to see everyone.
yeah,
Thank
great,
you.
great show, guys. Lots of people in the
Thank
chat.
you, Alderin. Take care. Good night, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one, guys.
Thanks.
So yeah, we had a good night. So would you like to say anything, Serge? Good nights? You want to say your good night, Serge?
Absolutely. Always. I want to thank everyone for the support. I want to thank Johnny. I want to thank Matt. I want to thank Lauren for giving us enough details about the Mavic 3. Mike. And I want to thank you. You've been doing an awesome, great job on the intro. I mean, in the videos, all the footage. So, I mean, it kind of blew my mind when you did the editing on that, which is really well. And the Mavic 3 video, which you posted yesterday, we got 1,000 views. Oh
Yeah.
my God, Mike. I really want to thank you for that. Dude,
You're welcome, bud.
we are going to blast this shit. So, thank
Sergio
you
had a lot
guys.
of drink, guys. Sergio
Yeah,
had
I
a lot
see
to
that.
drink tonight, guys.
Night,
Good
night.
job.
All
Wouldn't
right,
be the
guys.
same
Well, take
Sergio.
care.
Thank you for support.
Go ahead, Lauren.
All of
Sorry.
you.
No, you're good. Go ahead, Mikey. I was just telling you that Sergio wouldn't be the same if he didn't have wine.
Right, I know. I know. Well, there you have it, guys. Lauren was saying something. Lauren, what were you going to say, bud?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it's that time. Peace, guys. We love you. Thank you for coming in tonight, everyone. And I'm sorry if any of you have if any of you donated. I'm sorry. I didn't get anything. I can't check PayPal. This seems to be a problem, but don't worry about it, guys. You don't have to. I'm not worried about that. I just rather have you guys in here and show us your love, man. That's all I want. So, but if you have, thank you. We appreciate it. All right. Well, good night, guys. You guys take care, and
Good night.
we'll see you next week. Have a good one. Bye now.
Good night, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
We're still live. We're still live.
Yep.
We're still live.
Yes, we are. Round 2.